everybody, today we're trying every single Harry Potter drink. I've got this Butterbeer. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you guys. Okay, so like I said at the start before I dropped the camera, today we are trying every single non-alcoholic Harry Potter beverage. I've got my girlfriend Madison here to help me out because it's a lot to do alone. It is, I think we counted 16?
16 drinks, which is a lot. There's going to be a lot of different tastes and flavors, but I'm really excited.
Yeah, Madison's definitely the bigger Harry Potter fan of the two of us, so I'm going to lean on her for her Harry Potter knowledge here.
I'm excited though. You know, you always want to get a butterbeer while you're here, but I'm really excited to try some drinks that I have never had. I think it's going to be good. Maybe we'll have some new faves.
And at the end, we will share a ranking of every single drink. So to paint the picture, we arrived at Three Broomsticks, which is the first stop of the day, and we've gotten a good amount of beverages here. We're trying to be efficient with, our route here. Less walking is probably a good thing when you're trying 16 different drinks.
It's also 90 degrees outside. It is so hot, but that's not going to stop us from trying some hot butterbeer.
First up is the Butterbeer, what started it all at Harry Potter. Madison's going to lightning round list all the different types of Butterbeer for us.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay, so we've got hot, we've got frozen, we've got cold, we've got fudge, we've got ice cream, technically soft serve and hard pack. It's the thing. What am I forgetting? Oh, there's a potted cream. I think that's all of them.
That's everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We're just doing drinks today, so we've only got 3 of the types of butterbeer because some of them aren't a drink. So we've got, first up, the regular cold butterbeer and then the frozen butterbeer.
Like I said, it's 90 degrees outside right now, so it's melted a little bit. Shall we?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's been a really long time since I've had a cold butterbeer.
Okay, so I'll admit, I'm not the biggest fan of frozen typically because I'm not a big slushy person. But now that it's kind of melty, it's really good and refreshing.
Oh yeah.
Right? Doesn't it taste good?
So my pick between the two is definitely frozen.
Well, there we go then.
But Madison, you prefer?
I prefer cold. I think cold, out of these two, is definitely the cold, my preference. That said, the melty frozen.
Yeah, frozen's really good, and frozen's the only one they recommend you put a straw in. And I definitely prefer it with a straw, for sure. So not to spoil the rankings at the end of the video, but I do think this is my favorite Harry Potter beverage.
We are in agreement.
But
it's also the best form of butterbeer, in my opinion.
I agree with that as well. And it's recently year-round. That's a new change. I guess all changes are new, though. So...
What an introduction for the...
hot butterbeer. Definitely the best.
No matter how hot it is, it's just worth the trek.
There's definitely times before the pandemic that I would go into gift shops and just like bring the hot butterbeer into the gift shop and drink it in the gift shop because it was too hot outside, but I still wanted hot butterbeer. It's definitely the best by far.
It's almost like if you were to mix hot chocolate, warm milk with a butterscotch flavor. It tastes so good. It's so warming. It like fills your spirit. It's so just wonderful.
And the topping, I think, mixes the best in the hot butterbeer. It mixes well on all the types of butterbeer, but I think hot butterbeer mixes the best in my opinion.
Something got stuck in my throat. So what we have right here are the 2 pumpkin flavored drinks, and I want to see if you can find or spot the difference between the 2 drinks. We have a pumpkin fizz and a pumpkin juice.
This one has bubbles.
So you think this is the pumpkin fizz and then this is the pumpkin juice?
A fizz would have a bubble, and a juice is just no bubbles. That's my final answer.
So you are correct. They usually do like a little floater of the pumpkin juice on top of the pumpkin fizz. Do you want to try? You go to start with that? I'll admit, the pumpkin fizz is my favorite drink here at the Three Broomsticks. Even on days where I can get a hot butterbeer, this is what I want to have with my meal. It's so good. So the pumpkin fizz, I think what's so nice about it is the pumpkin juice can feel kind of heavy and it's got lots of spices. It's like drinking pumpkin pie. But the pumpkin fizz, which like I said, you can only get here in Hogsmeade, is so refreshing and it's kind of like the pumpkin juice and carbonated and light. It's easy to drink.
Yeah, my pick out of the 2 is definitely the fizz as well. The pumpkin juice just tastes like exactly what you'd imagine pumpkin juice tasting like. Like if you picture, that's rude of them to ride that roller coaster. If you picture a giant pumpkin and then someone just like Hagrid like juicing it and delivering it to the Three Broomsticks, which I'm sure he's busy and that's probably not what he does, but that's what this is probably like would taste like in my opinion. Pumpkin fizz has like hints of pumpkin. Like it's pretty strong pumpkin flavor, but it's very like fizzy, for lack of a better word.
Cheers.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, that's a unique one. And I don't think there's a lot of other places where you can get a carbonated pumpkin type beverage.
I've only ever had it here, and I think it's cool that you can only get it here in the Three Broomsticks. So what we have here are the 2 ciders that are offered here at the Three Broomsticks. We have apple cider and pear cider, and a little bit of butterbeer foam on top.
Butterbeer foam?
Oh man.
That's spooky. When I dropped the camera, there admittedly was a little bit of butterbeer foam that splattered. I've got a stain on my shirt somewhere as well, but that's okay. The show goes on. So I'm definitely looking forward to the apple more than the pear. I'm not a big pear type of guy.
That works out because I'm more excited about the pear than the apple.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
True love.
I'll say it's a little watered down.
Yeah, so I had to take a good couple sips to get to the apple. Because it's been sitting out for a while in the Florida sun, or not the sun, but the Florida heat, the ice definitely watered it down, which I don't mind. This is probably a controversial opinion. You can let me know what you think of it in the comments, but I actually prefer watered down drinks usually. Like, sometimes a Coke watered down, like, doesn't bother me that much. I don't know. Coke's not served in the Wizarding World, by the way. This is a good time to mention that.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I think we should talk about that point. There are no, like, outside of the Wizarding World beverages here. You're not going to get a Coke. You're not going to get, like, a Pepsi or any other kind of soda. You're only going to get magical drinks.
I actually like the apple cider a lot. This might be my first time having it. If I've had it before, I don't recall.
Or the pear.
I would get it again.
Oh, it's very appley. I wasn't expecting the apple cider to taste like as tart as it does.
And to me, the pear doesn't really taste as peary as I expected.
It doesn't taste like an iced tea, but it kind of has like mellow.
Yeah, but I definitely prefer the apple out of the 2. So we are halfway done with the challenge, and I've got to tell you, around now is when you start to really feel it. And I've done this a number of times now. I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess because you guys watch them. But the most recent was Bao Buns, but most memorable was Twosome milkshakes. That was a big one. And then Diagon Alley ice cream was another really long one. There's a lot of ice cream flavors. That's neither here nor there, and it's time to get back from memory lane. We've got to make it to Diagon Alley. To me, the Diagon Alley drinks are more unique.
Yeah, they're a little more intense in flavor. Let's do it. We have apparated to Diagon Alley to try some very funky Harry Potter drinks and finish this challenge.
And some you've never tried before.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Casting spells while we wait. Oh, there it goes. Aguamente. Okay, we got the remaining drinks from the hopping pot, which is over in Carket Market right over there. It's usually a pretty hopping place, but literally, like, it's usually pretty busy. And it did start to rain, as you probably saw in the last clip, so it's pretty damp now, but that's okay. So here are all the drinks, and starting left to right, we've got the Peach Tree Fizzing Tea, the Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice, the Tongue-Tying Lemon Squash, joke's on you because it didn't tie my tongue this time, and then the Fishy Green Ale. And then here's all the Gilly Waters with the potions that they sell at Eternel's, which is currently closed, but they still sell them at Hopping Pot as well. Okay, which one are you most excited for?
So I've never tried the Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
I've never tried that one, so I'm excited to try it. I think I've had all the others, so that one I think I'm most excited for. What about you?
It's been a while since I've had any of these. I'm looking forward to the Tongue-Tying Lemon Squash. And
almost tied your tongue that time.
Almost, but it didn't get me. And then the potions I haven't had since Diagon Alley opened. I had them right when Diagon Alley opened.
I've actually never had any of those either, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Well,
Some new things. Okay, Peach Tree. Here we go.
I'm excited to try it. So it has a peach flavor to it. Oh, that definitely comes out. It's very peachy. And it's also like slightly carbonated, which is, I don't know, it gives a little oomph.
How would you compare it to the peach cider?
We didn't have peach cider. We had pear cider. I was like, wow, was I not paying attention? What did he talk about? Peaches. It was pear. It didn't leave a lasting impression, apparently. Okay, so the pear is better in my opinion because this definitely has a tea flavor to it. That was just a little subtler pear flavor, just like straight pear.
I like the pear better.
Do you taste the carbonation though?
I do.
It's like, I don't know, I think it gives it something. It's almost similar to the pumpkin fizz.
So this is probably one of the most unique looking drinks in the Wizarding World. It's the Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice. Very similar to an orange juice, but it's got notes of vanilla and a cinnamon rim with the orange slice on the side. I really, really enjoy this one. I used to get it a lot. I haven't gotten it recently, but it's a really good option. It's a little bit lighter than the Butterbeer, in my opinion.
Okay, so I'm excited to try it. The rim looks very sugary. I just got a lot of cinnamon sugar. Oh.
Do you remember the cinnamon challenge? This is kind of like the cinnamon challenge.
It's kind of what it felt like. The orange is really good.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it.
So you said vanilla, and I don't think I would have expected that. Like, orange and vanilla don't go together in my head. And maybe it's because you said it that I can taste it, or maybe it's that sugary rim, but...
The vanilla is
very,
very subtle, so I don't, like, to Madison's point, I don't think you would notice if I didn't say it, in my opinion.
But it's really good. It's like a subtle orange juice. Like, I'm not an orange juice drinker, so I was kind of nervous I wasn't going to enjoy it. There's a reason I've never ordered it before, but I definitely would drink again.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's the go-to for a hot day, like middle of the day if you don't want a butterbeer. I think it's a really good one. This next one we're about to try, wow, that transition though, is also very good for a hot day. It is the lemon squash, which I was today's year old when I realized that it's called a lemon squash because they take an entire lemon and squash it in the drink. Did you know that? Did you know that's why it's called a lemon squash?
Yeah, I did actually. Have you never had like one of those like lemon shakes at like a fair or something like that?
I have, but are those called lemon squash? No.
Maybe not. You're today years old.
I think it is, Madison kind of hit it on the head. It's very similar to a fair lemonade.
You can see there's literally a lemon squashed into it.
I really enjoy it. It is very, very, as the name implies, lemony. Like it is.
It's tart.
A very tart, yeah.
It's not like a typical lemonade. You're not going to go in and be able to drink like cups and cups and cups of it just because of how sour and tart it is. But that's, I think, the enjoyment and the magic of it, especially on a hot day. The time has come. The
time sure has. I wore my green shirt for a reason today, for the fishy green ale, which I think was the drink that I was most excited for when Diagon Alley opened.
I agree.
It was the one I tried first, I think. I don't know. No one can really fact check me on that, so I'm going to stick with it. It was that or the orange juice, but I definitely tried it on like the first day. I was very excited to try it. Personally, it is not for me.
We're a little different here. So I enjoy it. I understand that after you drink it's a cup of it. And after like halfway through, you're like, okay, fishy green ale. It typically has this like very minty taste. There's like hints of cinnamon in it, and then the blueberry boba, like that's the part. Like I'll finish it for the boba.
I find it to be a little too close to mouthwash or toothpaste.
I like it. I don't get sick of the beverage until maybe here, and I think it's just because it's a really unique taste. But the boba is so good, and they make sure to give you a boba straw, which is nice, so that you can make sure you get the blueberry boba. Moment of truth. You're not gonna do it?
Oh. Yeah, now I remember. Mouthwash, which I don't mind mouthwash, but it's a mixture of like mouthwash and cough medicine.
Wow.
Is what I get.
Our palates really experience this drink super differently. It's definitely the most unique flavored one in the entire Wizarding world. I'll say there's nothing like it in any of the theme parks. Like I think this is the most unique drink.
So we have our Gilly Waters and our potions here. It's worth noting these are sold separately, so you have to buy like the $5.50 Gilly Water and then the potion as well. We'll put the price of the potion on the screen. But so it is, I think, more expensive than, I don't know, we'll fact check me in post. But anyway, I haven't, it's been years, like I said, it's been since the opening of Diagon Alley that I've tried these. So I'm just basing it off of color and my very poor memory, but I think the fire protection potion is my favorite. But you've got the Draught of Peace, the Babbling Beverage Mixture, the Fire Protection Potion, and the Elixir to Induce Euphoria. Well, there is one thing we've got to do first. We haven't drank Gilly Water alone yet, which is its own beverage, really. So I think we do need to take a sip of one of these. You can't hear her because the mic's facing this way, but she's saying it tastes like water. It's a different shaped bottle. That's about the difference for Gilly Water. That's definitely the Slytherin drink. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's worth noting, I should have mentioned this before she poured the whole thing, but you can definitely, don't feel obligated to pour the whole thing. You can definitely pour, half of it and then test the flavor before you do the full beverage. Yeah, we didn't do the full, but we did most of it. And then I would typically shake it.
Is it pineapple?
Oh, so we're doing this without checking the flavors first, so we're just going to guess.
I think it's pineapple.
I think it's apple and pineapple.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Elixir to Induce Euphoria has worked. I love it.
We checked OrlandoInformer.com and it is pineapple, apple, and mint. We didn't notice the mint, but we noticed the other 2 flavors. It's pretty good.
Incredible.
This one is watermelon, strawberry, and peach. But I like watermelon and strawberry, so I'm optimistic. I think it was my favorite, if I recall correctly. I really, really like it.
Do you feel protected from fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd go as far as to say I'm protected from fire.
Really strong watermelon and strawberry flavor. I understand why you didn't know that there was peach in it.
It's like a cool flavor of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's good. I don't know if it's my favorite yet, but I can understand why it was yours.
Okay, mine is the berry drink. It's the Drought of Peace, and it's blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and a hint of cherry. It tastes good, but I actually just realized as we were mixing, Madison's, the one she's trying now, is I think my actual favorite.
So this is the babbling beverage, and it is a fruit punch. So try one more time. Cheers.
Yeah, I like the fruit punch the best.
And I like the berry the best. This is working out so much too.
It really is. Time for our top 3. Madison, what's coming in at 3 for you?
I think for 3 for me is going to be fishy green ale. Shocking.
That's disrespectful to me, but that's fine. Number 3 for me was Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice.
Okay.
It brought back good memories of like the opening of Diagon Alley, and I think it's a good drink.
That's funny. Fishy green ale did that for me. My number 2 is going to be pumpkin fizz. Very good. I don't know. It's like a great drink. It's different. If you can try it, you can only get it at 3 Broomsticks, but you should try it.
Number 2 for me is, actually, I'm still holding on to it over here. It's the tongue-tying lemon squash. Mostly because I learned today they actually squash the lemon at the bottom. No. I think this is a really light, nice drink, and I think it's a little unique, but it's still like familiar. I don't know. I like it.
Okay, I think we can say our top one at the same time because I think we're going to have the same favorite.
Okay, ready?
1.
3, 2, 1. Frozen butterbeer. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. It's hot for me as well.
hot butterbeer.
Yeah.
So delicious. It's so like soothing and warming. And it was hot today. Like it was really hot, and I still enjoy the hot butterbeer.
Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's great to have it year round. It's never too hot, and it's the best form of butterbeer. And I'd be willing to fight anyone in the comments who wants to argue against that. It's the truth, and I don't know what else to tell you. I have jumped over to New York. Madison went over to the Jurassic World tribute store because there's some posters she wants to get. But so there is bottled butterbeer sold at the Harry Potter store in New York, and they don't sell bottled butterbeer here. My good friend, hopefully she's watching, Taylor. I'm not talking about myself. They brought home some bottled butterbeer for us to try. And so I thought I'd compare it to the butterbeers we had today. And to me, it tastes like almost like a Sprite, which I know is a weird way to describe it. But anyways, I thought that was just an extra little cool thing. Again, not served here, but I thought I'd compare them. We came, we saw, we drank some butterbeer. It was a good time. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Let me know in the comments your favorite Harry Potter drink. I personally don't drink alcoholic drinks. If you guys want to see every alcoholic drink, I'll drag a bunch of friends around and let them try all of them. So let me know if you want to see that. Oh, also, if you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Madison, any parting words?
I'm a little full, but I'm very happy.
Very well.